Hello, and welcome to another edition of Tech Tuesday presented by Delta Media Group, where we are pretty sure that if Rose had scooted over just a little bit, Jack could have fit on the big door too. So this week, we're going to go into the AVM system. And actually, a piece that has been in there for a while that has been basically inextricably attached to our AVM system. We've made some enhancements to it so that you can now do this without having an AVM created first. So what it is reverse prospecting reports. So we'll go ahead and go into the DeltaNet, kind of explain it as we go along. So let's jump in there and take a look. So here we are on the welcome page. So what we're going to do is go down to Customers and Customer Center. And I'm just going to find a customer here and click on their name. There we go. So this puts me on their customer profile page. And if I scroll down to the bottom here, we'll find a section titled AVMs. So what this section did previously is if you had the AVM system on your homepage, and that stands for Automated Valuation, what someone could do is a customer could come to your website, they would put in a property address, and it would take them to a report where they can see a valuation for their address. And these are automated valuations, things like the Zestimate or the RPR estimate, and in some cases even the collateral analytics estimate are taken into account. So what it'll do is give them this valuation in the idea that they'll reach out to you after that about getting a truer valuation and ultimately, potentially, listing their property on the market. Now, the way this used to work is whenever somebody created one of those AVMs, it would add an entry right here to create a reverse prospecting report. But the customer had to go in through the front side and create it. So first we'll go ahead and jump over to the public site, or just a public site. And you can see we have What's Your Home Worth here. Now this site isn't necessarily attached to live data, so we're not going to see all the same things, but it'll give us an idea what we're looking at. Type in your address, it auto-completes, and then here we have our AVM report. And you can see because this is test data, there's not as much information on it, but this gives you the idea. So now if I were a customer, I could fill out these contact forms, either the one at the top or the one down here in the middle of the page, and then we create an account for me and create a lead for you and attach this AVM to that so that I can generate a reverse prospecting report for this property. Now that you can do this through the DeltaNet, from this profile page, I can just scroll down to the AVM section and click on Create New Prospect Report. From here, I will go ahead and enter an address. And again, it auto-completes just like the front side one. We'll click on it. It shows me on a map where my property is so that I can verify that's actually what I'm looking for. And then I can click on Next Step to move on to the next part. And here it gives me some options for the actual prospecting report itself. So from here, we have a headline for this kind of templated report. And then we also have just a paragraph in here that's going to work like a sort of an introduction for the report. So you can leave this as it is, and you can see any place where it has these curly braces will fill in automatically with whatever's there. So that'll fill in the seller name automatically, number of registered buyers. So you can leave this alone the way it is, or you can go in here and actually modify it to make it however you'd like. From there, I can either click on Email PDF Report, in which case it will email this report out to the seller, or I can click Download PDF Report. And what that'll do is generate the PDF so that I can pull it up in my browser, and I can download it, I can have it printed up, I can print it out and then mail it if I want to. So it just gives me more options because I have that PDF I can work with. So we'll click here for Download PDF Report. We'll let it think about it. There we go. Download report. And there we are. So this is our reverse prospecting report. Now that you're looking at the report, here is the real value of these things. So you get a nice report. It'll fill in with company colors automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. It has some of the property information over here, the information that we have available, based on what's attached to the site. It has your introduction paragraph, and then it has all of these lists of people that would potentially be interested in this home. Now the idea here is that you can go in for a potential seller, you can create this report for them, and what it's going to do is take their address and find everybody who is active in the system. Like these are actually real data for registered buyers and see if this home were listed today, how many people would be seeing it? How many people would potentially be interested in this home? And these are people that, that we actually have in our system, that have registered for portfolio accounts, they've saved searches, and that's how we've seen that they would have interest in this property, So they actually have real, genuine interest in that. And that can be a really helpful tool when it comes to actually being able to go in here and create like a listing presentation. Because the idea is I can show a customer or a potential customer real data as to how many people that are registered and basically at my disposal that would be interested in their home if I were to list it right now. So these are pretty cool reports, and they can be very powerful tools when it comes to gaining new listings. That's what it's all about, right? So here's the look of the report. You can see that you don't have the full names in here, but it does give you information, and then we're ever going to be expanding this system to enhance the functionality and even potentially create other templates so you can choose from different designs. So there is your reverse prospecting report. So as always, thanks a lot for joining me this week. If you have any questions about the reverse prospecting report or anything else, feel free to give us a call or send an email into support@deltagroup.com. We'll answer any questions you have. And thanks a lot for joining me. I will see you next week.